Hello, my spooky ones. We are back with a quick one. It is an urban legend that I quite like, which is known as the killer in the back seat. Now, this is a story of a young girl who is driving down quite late at night and she has to stop for gas. So she pulls into a petrol station, gas station, and it's probably in the era of the late 60s, early 70s, right? And she pulls in and she fills up her car, humming away to herself. And then she goes on into the store, pays the dude, comes back out and goes into her car, starts the engine, drives off. Now, of course, as we know, and those of us who are spooky, fiends and horror fiends, we know she didn't lock the door. And we're thinking, this is like the worst thing in the world. What is this woman doing? But off she goes. And then a car starts following close behind. Now this car is flashing its lights. It's driving up quite close. It's trying to get her attention. And she's thinking, is this car trying to drive me off the road? She starts to panic. She's looking in her rearview mirror. She's trying to figure out what's going on. She doesn't understand. And, you can see that the more panic she's getting, the faster she's trying to drive away from this guy. And obviously, at the time, we don't know what's going on. And we're thinking to ourselves, who is this lunatic that's trying to drive this poor girl off the road? But once he stops flashing his beams so brightly, she manages to make out his expression through the rear view because he's so close behind her. And as she makes out his expression, she sees that he is also panicked too. And in his panic, she pulls over. And it's a good thing that she did, because he gets out and rescues her, essentially, from the killer that was hiding in her back seat. Now, some of you may say, how often did that happen? Probably not often at all. However, what's strange, very strange, is that in 1964, an escaped murderer hid in a car to, help him on his way for his escapism. But unfortunately for him, and probably fortunately for everybody else, it was a police car. So he didn't pick very well, and the policeman pew-pewed him. And that was the end of him and his adventures and great escape. But I wonder, back in those days of the 60s and 70s when hitchhiking was rife and people didn't really lock their doors so much, how many times people driving late at night on their own did get people jumping in their back seat without them knowing? Guess we'll never know.